Welcome back, student researchers. Today, we will be discussing a treatment for Alzheimer's disease known as Aducanumab. First, let's cover some background information on Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia worldwide, with 60 to 80% of dementia cases being the result of Alzheimer's disease. On top of it being the cause of most dementia cases, Alzheimer's disease is the United States' sixth leading cause of death. The World Health Organization estimated that, in 2020, around 50 million people in the world were living with dementia, and that the statistic was estimated to increase by 10 million individuals every year. To make things even worse, the prevalence of dementia is expected to triple by the year 2050. This data shows that Alzheimer's disease is a very big problem currently. Alzheimer's disease inflicts significant neurological burdens upon an individual with very limited treatment options available. The treatments that are available typically target the neurotransmitter derangements that result from Alzheimer's disease. By the way, a neurotransmitter is a signaling molecule secreted by a neuron or a glial cell to affect another cell across a synapse, and a derangement describes the disturbance of the mind or body. So a neurotransmitter derangement is the disturbance of the signaling molecule that is secreted by a neuron or glial cell to affect another cell across a synapse. These neurotransmitter derangements include acetylcholine and glutamate. However, these treatments only provide symptom relief from Alzheimer's disease and provide help in behavioral and psychological symptoms of dementia, and are not curative or disease-modifying treatments. And even with these current treatments, benefits and overall well-being are not observed in a large number of patients, which can ultimately provide psychological and financial stress to the families of those inflicted with Alzheimer's disease. With current treatments options showing little efficacy, research has been dedicated to finding newer molecules that target different pathological pathways responsible for Alzheimer's disease. Aducanumab, a disease-modifying monoclonal antibody that has been approved by the United States Food and Drug Administration, is a result of this research. Aducanumab is the first monoclonal antibody approved for Alzheimer's disease since 2003 and is making big strides within the branch of medicine concerned with disease of the nervous system. Aducanumab targets amyloid beta proteins, which are a significant feature within Alzheimer's disease. These proteins, when broken down naturally, are especially toxic to the nervous system, which is bad news for those inflicted with them. However, through the assistance of Aducanumab, these proteins can be safely destroyed before they make large clumps near the brain. The initial trials of Aducanumab showed promising results, and so Biogen, the sponsor of these trials, implemented 2 phase 3 studies, Emerge and Engage, to research and collect further data on what Aducanumab was truly capable of. These trials are where things get interesting and even hopeful for the future of patients suffering from Alzheimer's disease. With the collection of blinded data, meaning that trial patients were not given information on which treatment they were given, conclusions were made about the 2 trials. The analysis of the primary outcome, shown by the clinical dementia rating sum of boxes, showed that the Emerge trial met its primary outcome and that the Engage trial did not. However, the only difference between these 2 trials were the same time given to patients before the collection of data. Biogen then submitted the data to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for review. In the Emerge trial, Aducanumab showed a significant 22% slowing of decline in mental cognition and function on the CDR-SB, which is the short name for the clinical dementia rating sum of boxes. The CDR-SB has a restricted range, and, as a result, small changes reflect meaningful clinical changes for those involved. While Emerge did have a better effect on patients, individuals participating in the Engage trial also received similar results. In Emerge, secondary measures of function and cognition, which include the Mini Mental State Examination, the Alzheimer's Disease Assessment Scale and Cognitive Subscale, and the Alzheimer's Disease Cooperative Study Activities of Daily Living Scale, showed statistically significant treatment to placebo differences. These secondary measures showed a massive 40% slowing of functional decline in the treatment group in comparison to those within the placebo group. The neuropsychiatric inventory that evaluates an array of behavioral changes common in Alzheimer's disease showed a colossal 87% reduction from placebo scores in the high-dosage group of Emerge. As a nice added bonus, this decrease in behavioral change resulted in an 84% reduction in caregiver stress, which is much needed for those hardworking individuals. The benefits observed in These two trials are anticipated to only increase with longer treatments. Based on the results shown by the Aducanumab trials, research, and clinical care of patients and families, I believe that it is safe to say that Aducanumab may just be the beginning of the end for Alzheimer's disease. Aducanumab achieves the standard of meaningful efficacy with adequate safety in early Alzheimer's disease. The individuals and the families of said individual that are battling against Alzheimer's disease have the right to make informed decisions about taking these treatments to battle a progressive and currently incurable disease. I wish that they receive great luck with the treatment and that they can continue to live their lives to the fullest.